Hello everybody, I'm Samaras and today we're going to have a look at another clean build guide. So Ada, what's going to be the theme for today?
Today's theme is clean ways to build coal generators.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, so let's jump right in. Build number 1 is going to be the most basic kind. All our coal generators are oriented so that the inputs go to the middle and all the pipes and belts are above the floor. In build number 2 we still have the inputs in the middle, but we're going to manage the belts and the pipes below the floor, and that's the first build where we also have the water extractors below the coal generators. The way we are doing it allows us to lower the footprint of the power plant from 9 foundations wide to only 7. In build number 3 we're going to turn around the coal generators so that the inputs aren't facing each other but still stay inside of the factory. With that we're going up again to a footprint of 9 foundations wide, but we're going to go down to 7 again in factory number 4, where we're going to route the belts and the pipes on the outside of the factory. Before I'm going to show you how to build each of those builds, I want to talk to you about two things. First of all are the numbers. A good way to start are 18 coal generators and 7 water extractors.
A coal generator uses up to 15 coal per minute. That means that you can supply 18 coal generators with a Mark III belt, which transports exactly the needed 270 items per minute.
Yes Ada, that's exactly right. Okay, next thing is power management. I like to place 2 generators not on the general power grid but separate and connect the water extractors and the pump to those 2 generators. That makes sure that even if you have a power outage, your generators are still going to get the water they need and you will always be able to restart them without any problems.
Build number 1. Central inputs.
Okay, I'm going to start with placing the coal generators. Leave 3 meters to the center foundation and 2 meters from the border. Then we're going to place some frame foundations and place glass foundations on top of those. Now we place the splitters on top of the glass foundations and align those with the coal generators. Connect all splitters with a belt. It should be easy to place the belt between the splitters, just double click between them. Next we're going to place the pipes. First 2 wall holes on the outside and then we're going to place junctions aligned with the coal generators. Where the alignment doesn't fit because we are between 2 frames, we're just going to move the junctions a little bit to the side. Make sure that the junctions are laid on the foundation beneath the frame and not on the frame itself. After we have placed the junctions, we're going to first connect them all with pipes and connect the generators as well. Last but not least, we're going to connect the belt inputs with the splitters, and with that we are done. Okay, so what's next?
Build number 2. Central inputs, sunken.
Right, so we delete the center foundation, and before we place water extractors we're going to build a center row 4 meters below the normal floor. Then we're going to build our coal generators 1 meter from the front, 1 meter from the side for the right side generators, and 3 meters from the front for the left side generators. Yes, they need to be a little bit offset, otherwise we can't build our pipes and belts. Next we're going to build these splitters directly under the inputs of the generators. Make sure though that the splitters on the other side are going in the other direction, or you can't feed all the generators with one belt. Next we're going to build an additional foundation 4 meters below the last one again and place a pipeline support on it. I did pre-build the buildings just for the looks. If you wouldn't have done it, just do the same in the middle and the other side. Build the pipeline support as well and connect the pipeline supports. Now it's finally time to build the water extractor. So we will roll directly in the middle of foundations Going to build them centered of the row with 2 foundations margin from the ends and 3 foundations between each junction. Next we're going to build the water extractors as close to the foundation as possible, aligned with the junctions we built. Next we're going to connect the extractors to the junctions. Make sure you have as build mode conveyor to D, otherwise you won't be able to build the pipes between the junction extractors. Next we're going to build the conveyor belts between the splitters. If you build 18 generators like I suggested in the beginning, in Mark 3 build is okay. Now we just need to connect the splitters and the generators with the lift and we are done. We're going to build the pipeline junctions on the upper pipe. I do this flying because it's easier for you to see, but you can do it by standing on the lifts as well. Build 2 junctions directly as close as possible next to each other, and build a pipe between those and the generators. Now delete the outermost pipe piece and select the pipe to build. Make sure you are in vertical build mode and you need to start from the bottom. Now we're going to build a pipeline cross on the middle of our pipes and the bottom and top and connect the 3rd pipe there. This gives us a maximum flow rate of 300 we're going to need for the generators. Build the pump as high on the pipe as you can and connect it to power. That's the only pump you're going to need in this build. And with that we are done here. Ada, what's next?
Build number 3. Opposite inputs inside factory.
Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, so we start with building foundations for the water extractors directly on the outside of the factory. And build a temporary row of foundations 10 meter above that. And one more 3 meter above that. The outermost row of the foundations where the coal generators are standing on. Build some walkways because you can't build them after you place lifts. And build the coal generators directly on the edge and at 2 meters from the front. Now we're going to build some pipeline supports. We're going to align them with the coal generators of course and build them 3 meters from the edge. We're going to flip them so we can have the builds coming from the up and going down. Now we're going to build a 1 meter foundation on the temporary foundations so that the pipeline support are sunken into it. Those foundations will be permanent and we're going to delete the temporary foundations we built them upon. On the lower temporary foundations we're going to build some pipeline junctions aligned with the pipeline support we just built. And of course we're going to build pipelines between the junctions and going to build pipelines between the junctions and the supports. We're going to build splitters directly to the wall and aligned with the outputs from the coal generators. You can actually see the outputs from the coal generators if you are below by looking through the foundations. Now we just need to connect the belts and the pipelines with the outputs of the coal generators, just like usual. Building the water extractors is actually the same than we did before, just this time we're going to build them looking to the outside instead of the inside. And with that we are done, so let's go to the last one.
Build number 4. Inputs on the outside.
Oh nice, that's my favorite one. Coal power placement and so forth is just the same. We just don't need any temporary foundations or so, just one row of foundations 4 meters below the generator floor. On those we're going to build our splitters like the last time, adhesion to the wall. This time though it's really important that it's really right next to the wall. On the outside we're going to place pipeline junctions aligned with the coal generators below the splitters we just built. And of course we can connect them directly in vertical mode with the coal generators. Now, and that's why it was important that it's right next to the wall, we can place a lift on the outpipe of the splitters. That way we have something like a conveyor wall with an opening wherever we need it. Well, and that's it. Just make sure you have 2 pipes going up from the water extractors. That's very important, otherwise we don't have enough water. And there is really not much more to do. So if you have any questions, just check out my Discord. You can ask anything there, or check out one of my streams on YouTube or Twitch. I'm always happy to answer your stuff there. If you watch this video right away, just so you are informed, I'm going to do a build competition this Saturday on Twitch at 11 PM UTC. Maybe check it out, I'm sure it will be tons of fun. Or if you want to compete in it, throw me a PM on Twitter or on Discord. I'm sure there will be something doable. And again, thanks for my Patreon. Your support is really appreciated. Thanks a lot for that. With that, have fun gaming. Bye bye.